Good morning, or afternoon, or night, whenever I decide to post this, or you watch it. We are back on our regular schedule. Not back, but we are on our regular schedule, kind of. I'm like about 30 minutes late. Oops. About 30 minutes late. 7:30. Usually I'd be here by like 7, 7:10, something like that, but since Daniel's not here, as you can tell by the camera angle, I decided to come a little bit later because I needed my food to digest. I need to be carved up, brothers. Carved up for a good workout. Today, we have a pull day. Back and biceps. Not much changes from exercise. Exercise selection. Just the way I do them. Not the way I do them, but the order I do them. I will have all my back exercises first, and then my biceps, because I don't really care about these. Care more for my back. And your biceps get worked in your back exercises anyway, so who cares? Your back's a lot harder to grow than your biceps, so you might as well put them first. But yeah, that's all. See you guys in the gym. Peace. As much as I don't want to be here right now, or how much I just want to go home and sleep, or sit here and complain about my shoulder, I still gotta get the work done, man. Like, nothing changes that. Nothing changes that. You gotta do things you hate sometimes, or don't want to do. Can't always be comfortable. Comfortability kills out here, people. As much as I don't want to record or talk, because as I said in the previous set, I'm not much of a talker when I'm by myself, especially in public spaces, because of my social anxiety. But, how am I gonna grow if I stay comfortable all the time? You can't grow being comfortable. You have to push yourself. You have to change. That's funny. When I was younger, sometimes I go to the gym and I question why I even work out anymore. Because right now, my only goal is to lose weight and look a little bit better, a little bit leaner. But that's like, that's just a thing that comes with time. Being consistent and disciplining yourself to go every day and eat in a calorie deficit. So it's like, in my mind, that's not really a goal. That's just a thing that happens, if you just keep going. So, I'm a little lost right now. Because originally, um, uh, if you follow me on TikTok from my YouTube, um, I started posting my powerlifting. And the main goal there was to just get strong enough to compete. There's no like strength level. You can compete whenever you want, but I didn't want to compete just to lose, so I gave myself a standard. Um, until I left for the Philippines, came back, and I lost 100 pounds on all of my lifts because I was sick and I couldn't train there. So I lost a bit of muscle and strength, and I got discouraged and went back to bodybuilding style of training because previously I'd been injured 4 times that took away my strength. First time was back in grade 11, something like that. I injured my shoulder from bench, and I couldn't bench without pain, so I stopped benching. Lost the bench strength, but I just did flat dumbbell press and got strong at that. Did like 115s, basically the equivalent to what my bench was at without hurting my shoulder. And then the second, third, and fourth were all back injuries. Um, one of them was from deadlifts, and 2 of them were from squats. But I basically lost all lower body strength after every injury, and I couldn't go for the gym for a while, so I lost a little bit of upper body strength. But throughout the years, I've just kept having to build up my strength to my peak and then lose it all from me doing something stupid and then building it back up. It's been an up and down journey, and I'm low-key growing tired of trying to build back up my strength time after time again, you know. But I've learned progress isn't linear, just as how it is right now. Like, I have not progressed technically this week for my pressing movements. I've technically regressed, and I don't know, that's taken a toll on my mental, and yeah, but I don't know. You just can't let things get to your head, man. This sport, this workout thing, sometimes it's not even the physicality that stops you. It's a mental game. Because unlike most sports, this is a solo sport. You yourself and I in the weights, buddy. You and yourself. It's a lonely, lonely sport. Yes, you can do it with friends, but if you can't do it alone, you're not cut out for this. If you can't train alone, that's saying something. Because the only one that can do the work, the only one that you're doing it for, should be doing it for, is yourself. So if you can't do it alone, you can't do it for yourself, you need to take a step back and rethink what you're doing. Come on. Oy, ay, ay. Youch. I'd give it a good 5 if I counted right. My goodness. I am out of breath. I'm gonna drop down 5 pounds. Oof. Oof. Oh my gosh. So, I didn't get as much reps as I wanted to, but understandably so. I think I need to learn how to program properly and manage my fatigue properly. That's the number one thing. Manage my fatigue properly. Because I train to failure almost, not almost actually, every exercise, just not every set. And it's low-key getting to me in both mentally and physically. My CNS is low-key fried after a leg day. And physically, I'm exhausted, dude. I need to learn to leave 1 to 2 reps in the tank, man. Like, I remember watching this video, and there's a good quote from a guy I watched, Keenan, or somebody else, I don't remember, but it helped me when I felt weak, when I don't get as much reps or weight. Weight is but a tool. Weight is but a tool for growth. And I understand what he means. Just like I said, progress isn't linear. Weight going up does not mean you're progressing. Does not always mean you're progressing. Sorry. Let me correct myself. Sometimes you're just ego lifting, like what I do. You sacrifice your form for better, or not better, more weight, when form and tension are the main factors for growth. So, yeah, I understand. But on the other hand, I don't know, I'm just obsessed with this growth thing. Because as much as a lot of people that go to the gym say, love the journey, not the destination, they sometimes want the destination first. But you can't progress any faster if you keep doing things stupidly. So, yeah. Yeah. Just gotta learn to take the ego off, you know? Train smart, train properly. That's what it's about, man. That's what it do be about. Be-ba-do-be. See, I just like space out sometimes. When I've ran out of things to say, I talk about. But also to help me lock in. But I don't know. I don't know. I know not much people. Yeah, that's the right English. Not much people watch my YouTube videos. I know one person who consistently watches it. They know who they are. Thank you. Thanks for the support. You know exactly who I'm talking to. But if you are watching this, whoever is watching this, and you do work out, what was your reason for starting? And what is the reason you continue to go? Because if you don't remember those, then you're not going to want to continue this. The only reason I started this was one, I like to move. I'm a very physical physical kind of guy. I like to hike. As much as I hate walking, I do like to hike because there's views. There's great views. Um, I like to just move. Like to work with my hands. I'm just a very moving type of person. And I didn't want to play sports in high school because I got humbled. So this is what I came to. Or else I would just be playing video games all day, and my mom is going to kill me if I do that. But yeah, that's like half the reason I started. My friends got me into working out, so I didn't really know what that was before that. I think it was Milwaukee and TJ who got me to do my first ever bench press at Seville. I lied, it wasn't at Seville, it was Terwilliger. I'm stupid. There's no gym in Seville. But we were playing volleyball and they asked me, yo, you want bench? I was like, what is that? I was like, sure. And then I kind of just fell in love with it from there. Started to work out. Yeah, here we are. That's part of the reason. The reason I still work out, I don't like being weak. I don't like feeling weak. And I don't like being weak. That's one of the reasons I still do. Two, I don't like the way I look. Half the reason guys work out in the first place. And three, for my mental. I'll talk about that in a sec. I need to hit my set. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Lord. So, my camera died on me. A lol. As it always does. And, honestly, I don't remember what I said. All I remember is I was saying I was stubborn. So we're just gonna start from there. Um, I'm a very stubborn person, as my mom would like to say. And I admit it too, I am stubborn. Clearly. Because, hey mother, it's your fault I'm stubborn. You're the one who taught me to never give up. But I just took it in the wrong way. But I'm a very stubborn person with the things I like and want. Um, I'm stubborn, and I like to do things the hard way. So I fight for what I want, you know, stubborn, or else I wouldn't quite be doing what I'm still doing if I wasn't so stubborn. Because if I wasn't so stubborn, I would have quit on my probably my first or second back injury. But here we are today. So I will continue to fight, whether I get injured or not. I will probably still continue. Because that's just how I am, man. Would I ever change that? Yes and no. Trying not to be so stubborn, but I will probably still keep my stubbornness. Because, that's just what makes me me. Don't change for the people around you. Change for yourself. Because if you change for the people around you, who really are you? Because if you're changing just because someone else wants you to change, then you're that person's perspective of who you are. You don't have a perspective of yourself. You don't know who you are. Who am I? You ask? I'm an idiot. I am an idiot. I make stupid decisions. I do stupid things. Do I regret them? Some, yeah, some, no. But I'm stubborn at heart. And I don't think I could change that. Low key. But I don't care. Clearly, the people around me don't either. Because they're still with me. And I've learned throughout the years, because I am very much a people pleaser, as one would say, and go with the flow to appease. But there's two things that I do not sacrifice to please people. One is the gym, and two is my mental health. Ooh, let me get this set in first. That's why it was easier. I dropped in weight. I was wondering why it was so easy. Okay. Yeah. Those are the two things I do not sacrifice to please people. Because, one, I've learned the hard way with mental health. And two, gym is the only thing that keeps my mental health going at times. So, those two go two and two together. I will not sacrifice them just to please another person. And you shouldn't either. We're going to continue yapping about that. But let me move to my next exercise because this workout is getting a little long. I don't know. All I know is I don't want to hit this set. I don't wanna. Very different music tastes depending on who I work out with. If I work out with my friends, it's TikTok edits and rap to get me in the mood. But if I'm working out by myself, it's like sad, depressing R&B music. Like, holy switch up. What are we doing? This sucks, man. Can I do this for 5? Probably not. I'm gonna drop. I'm not even recovered from my last bicep day, man. What am I doing? What am I doing? This is for 5. What did I do on my last bicep day? I did it for 7. I'm down. I'm down in reps. Whatever, we ball. Don't have that mindset, guys, by the way. Whatever we ball is not a good mindset. It's only a good mindset in certain situations. Whatever we ball is only good in certain situations, man. In most situations, it is not a good mindset. So please, for your own sake, do not have that kind of mindset. Oh, yeah. I'm getting nervous because there's more people around me. I don't feel like talking, but no, the only way to get past that boundary is to do it. Nike logo, just do it. But don't care too much about what people think. If it is good criticism, don't take it in a negative way. Learn. In most situations, they are criticizing just to criticize. But sometimes there is good criticism, and you need to know how to differentiate between the two, realistically. And I am not good at that, I'll tell you that much. But one thing I've learned is don't care about what people think too much. Because if you think about it, what do they add to your life other than you thinking that they add to your life, if you know what I mean by that? Because sometimes we're scared to try new things, or scared to do things, because you're in the mindset of, well, what do these people around me think about it? Or, you care too much of what other people think to try something new. And it stops you, you know? But if you think about it, what do these people add to your life other than you overthinking it and not trying something new? Huh? They add nothing unless you let them. It's all a mental game out here, folks. All a mental game. And sometimes it's hard, You're so shy, but you gotta put yourself out there, man. Because nothing will change if you don't make a decision. And my straps are dirty because I threw them on the floor like a bumbleclot. But as I was saying, don't let other people affect what you do with your life, with your image of yourself or your mental. Because if you really think about it, your decisions affect you, and why would you let other people affect your decisions when they affect you first? If you know what I mean. I feel like I'm wording that very wrongly. Not much of an English guy. Let me get this set. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Oy. Come on, baby. Ouch. That hurt. Whee. But as I was saying, um, as I was saying, because I know this very well because I do it, but don't let people change the way you look at yourself. Or, not change. Well, yeah, change. Change your perspective about yourself. Because in the end, they don't they don't stay in your life. Like, are you really gonna let a person that's just gonna walk out of your life negatively change the way you think about yourself? No. That's not how it should be, man. That is not how it should be. Hey fellas, we are done our workout. I am so hungry. Um, Pretty good workout, to say the least. If we were to go from an objective standpoint, not my own standpoint, because I know myself and I'm going to give myself a negative review, but what is that going to do for me? Nothing. So I have to take it from an objective standpoint if I was to coach myself and I wasn't myself, if that makes sense. Objectively speaking, it was a good workout. If I was my own coach and detach myself, the tips I would give myself: one, probably stop overshooting if it looks like I'm overshooting. Two, form matters more than weight. Three, know when to use failure. Because I go to failure in almost every set, which is not a good thing. Failure is supposed to be used as a tool, not every set type of thing. Which is what I've learned. And four, I think we're on point four, is to manage my fatigue and recovery better. That goes hand in hand with point three, because if I keep training to failure, I am not managing my fatigue properly. Realistically, if I want to keep doing this, I have to do like 1 to 2 RIR. RIR meaning rest and reserves. Which I typically don't want to, because that's the only reason I went back to this style of training, is to feign to failure. Holy, can't speak. But I know that it won't help me grow in the long run faster, typically, because I'm not managing my fatigue and recovery well enough to do that. But yeah, if I take those things into account for tomorrow, I should be good. And I should be good for next week, which is what matters more, because honestly, I am discarding this whole week. This week was terrible. In my point of view. Objectively speaking, it wasn't that bad. But, you know, I care more about my view than objectively speaking. So, yeah. But, you know, I won't let it get to me. And we will keep pushing. Because that's the only thing you can do. Whenever I decide to post this, as I said in the intro, I hope you had a good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Peace. Truman style.